Chase Lee Hockey here at the Blue Futon. I'm going to discuss what movies I'm going to watch at Sundance Film Festival January 2023. Unfortunately, I will not be at the location, so it'll have to be the online screenings. And with another, unfortunately, not all screenings are online. There's a couple movies I really wanted to watch that unfortunately there are in person only. I do have the list right here of there are a total of 22 movies I would have liked to watch, but I only had tickets for 10 of them, or got tickets because I was going to do 11, but one of them sold out. So, for example, I know I have a couple here. Here's a couple of them that I would have liked to watch. So, before going into what I want to see and what I am seeing, I did notice a lot of things about these movies. I don't like it when labels are put onto movies like, this person has this type of cast, this one is this type of cast, this is this, this is this. And it feels like a lot of Sundance movies this year have an agenda or have to have that quota of what they want to show. And unfortunately, when I read that, where it's like a toxic white woman, or a white this, or this is a person of color movie, or this is a gay movie, or this is this, it's like, why are you putting these movies into categories? If it's a good movie and a good synopsis, just give me the synopsis and you don't have to tell me if it is a gay story, if it is a story of black people, if it's a toxic white lady, which it's like, okay, let's stop with this like race baiting shit. But that's just my personal opinion about what I see when it comes to movies. Like, if it's a great female eccentric cast, you don't have to say this woman-based cast, because if you give me the synopsis of like Rachel, Marie, Lisa, and Julia, I'm going to assume they're women and it's a woman-based movie. You don't have to say all-star woman cast. Just give me the synopsis. And if it's entertaining, you don't have to give me more information than that. But hey, pet peeve, whatever. Of course, one of them is Infinity Pool. This is one the Cronenberg's son, and it's a midnight release. I'm like, heck yeah, I want to watch this one. I think it comes out in March, April, so I don't have to wait that long. But unfortunately, it's in person. What is Infinity Pool about? James and Em are enjoying an all-inclusive beach vacation when a fatal accident exposes the resort's perverse subculture and hedonistic tourism, reckless violence, and surreal horror. I mean, who doesn't want to watch something like that? Has an all-star cast in it. Mia Goth, the guy from Alexander Skarsgård's in it. Like, yes, I would love to watch it, but unfortunately, I can't. There's also another one called Flora and Son. This is one with Joseph Gordon-Levitt in it, and again, can't watch it. Here's what it's about, though. Single mom Flora is at war with her teen son, petty theft Max. Encouraged by the police to find Max a hobby, she rescues a beat-up guitar from a dumpster and finds that one person's trash can be a family's salvation. It sounds fun. Joseph Gordon-Levitt's in it. I'm a fan of his. Unfortunately, can't watch it. Another midnight release called In My Mother's Skin. What I liked about Sundance last year was all the midnight releases, and I watched all of them. Like I said, you can't watch all of them, but this one, In My Mother's Skin, is about stranded in the Philippines during World War II. A young girl finds that her duty to protect her dying mother is complicated by her misplaced trust in a beguiling, flesh-eating fairy. Like, seriously, who doesn't want to watch that one? Let's be honest. The next one is a premiere called Landscape with Invisible Hands. This one is about when Earth is taken over by aliens who control the economy, a pair of teams come to a plan to save their families. I don't know, it just sounds like a fun little movie. It sounds like a fun little movie! And unfortunately, I can't watch it because it's not online. Next one is another midnight release called My Animal. And this one is Heather, an outcast teenage goalie in a small northern town, falls for newcomer Johnny, a alluring but tormented figure skater. As their relationship deepens, Heather's growing desire to clash with her darkest secret, forcing her to control the animal within. No freaking clue. Midnight release. I don't have to repeat myself. The next one is a premiere called Past Life. Now, this is a South Korean movie, which I love South Korean movies, so why wouldn't I want to watch this one? But what is this one about? Nora and Hang Sung, two deeply connected childhood friends, are arrested apart after Nora's family emerges from South Korea. 2 decades later, they are reunited in New York for one fateful week as they confront notions of destiny and love and the choices that make a life. It's probably a chick flick, but heck, South Korean movies, like I said, I like them. Another one, midnight release, Come on now, Polite Society. This one, aspiring martial artist Ra Khan believes she must save her older sister Lena from her impending marriage. With the help of her friends, Rhea attempts to pull off the most ambitious of all wedding heists in the name of independence and sisterhood. Like, what? Yes, please give it to me. The next one is still a Michael J. Fox movie. I don't really have to give you more. It's a Michael J. Fox story about the improbable tale of a short kid from Canada's army base who becomes the darling of 1980s Hollywood, only to find the course of his life altered by a stunning diagnostic, Parkinson's disease. What happens with an incurable optimistic confronts an incurable disease? I mean, like I said, I grew up on Back to the Future, so I would love to watch this one, but like I said, unfortunately, can't. Okay, there's two more. Talk to Me. Another midnight release. When a group of friends discover how to conjure spirits using an ancient embalmed hand, they become hooked on the new thrill, until one of them goes too far and opens the door to a spirit world. Come on, that just sounds cool. And the last one on the list is called The Pod Generation. So with this one, it has a pretty good cast in it as well, and it's not so distant future. A society madly in love with technology, tech giant Pegasus offers couples the opportunity to share their pregnancies via detachable artificial wombs or pods. And so begins Rachel's and Alvy's wild ride to parenthood in this brave new world. I mean, that just sounds completely bonkers, and I'm in for the bonkersness. Okay, now these are the movies I got tickets for. Unfortunately, one of them sold out at the last second. There was like a glitch in the system, and that one is called Cat People. There's fingers crossed that I'll be able to keep trying to get it, but I might not be able to. But what is Cat Person about? Cat Person, sorry. College student Margaret meets 33-year-old Robert at the movie theater where she works. After a casual flirtation at the concession stand, they carry on conversations through text. As their perceptions of each other's collide, events spiral out of control. Like, that just sounds pretty sweet. Unfortunately, I can't watch it because it is sold out. Like I said, fingers crossed that more tickets open up. So for the first one that I actually got tickets for is Fair Play. What's this one about? It's in the U.S. dramatic competition. An unexpected promotion at a cutthroat hedge fund pushes a young couple's relationship to the brink, threatening to unravel far more than their recent engagement. I think it's going to be a good thriller, a good cat and mouse chase between this couple, and I kind of like those type of movies. The next one I probably want to buy, which I haven't bought yet, is called Iron Butterfly. This is World Cinema Documentary Competition. This one is in the summer of 2014. Sunflower fields and coal mines in eastern Ukraine turned into a 12-square-kilometer crime scene. A multi-layered investigation into the downing of a flight MH17 in which a butterfly-shaped shrapnel was found in the pilot's body, implicated the state responsible of a war crime that remains unpunished. If I have time, I'm buying a ticket to that one, so that's why it's going to be, I'm probably going to buy it, let's be blunt. Next one, Jamojaya. So this is a foreign film, and this is a father-son relationship is put to the test when an up-and-coming rapper at the crossroads of his career decides to let go of his manager, who is also his father. This decision forces them to confront the past and figure out what they want of each other. To me, that sounds like it's a good synopsis. I'm really excited for what this movie is going to tell. I was going to try to watch this movie called Poacher. It was a movie from India, but it sounds like it got taken out of the Sundance lineup. So unfortunately, Poacher was on the list. Not watching it anymore. The next one I have tickets for is one that showed up out of nowhere right when the tickets were released. It's a midnight release called Onyx, the Futurist, and the Talisman of Souls. Onyx joins a group of fellow occultists to attend a dark ritual at the mansion of their idol, Bordok. Suspecting Bardak's nefarious intentions, Onyx is silently immersed in a world of monsters, mystery, and mayhem. Yes! That just sounds bonkers. Give it to me. I'm so glad this midnight release got picked up. Be watched online. The next one is another midnight release called Run, Rabbit, Run. And this one is about a fertility doctor. Sarah has a firm understanding of the cycle of life. However, when she is forced to make sense of the increasingly strange behavior of her young daughter, Sarah must challenge her own beliefs and confront a ghost from her past. Like I said, if it's a midnight release, I will buy tickets for it, period. The next one is one that wasn't online, but they decided to put it online, called Scrapper. This is in the World Cinema Dramatic Competition. Georgie is a dreamy 12-year-old girl who lives happily alone in her London flat, filling it with magic. Out of nowhere, her estranged father turns up and forces her to confront reality. Hey, like I said, it entertained me. The synopsis is entertaining me, so that's why I bought the ticket. Here's one that's kind of with an asterisk, and I don't know if I want to buy a ticket for it, so I haven't yet, and it's called Sometimes I Think About Dying. In the U.S. dramatic competition, Fran likes to think about dying. It brings sensation to her quiet life. When she makes a new guy at work laugh, it leads to more. A date, a slice of pie, a conversation, a spark. The only thing standing in their way is Fran herself. It sounds interesting. I'm putting it on the back burner. Like I said, I already have tickets to 10 of them. So let's see how much time I have left with this one in Iron Butterflies. Next one I bought was for Sorcery. It is the World Cinema Dramatic Competition. On the remote island of Chole, if I'm saying that correctly, in the late 19th century, an indigenous girl named Rosa lives and works with her father on a farm. When the foreman brutally turns on Rosa's father, she sets out for justice, seeking help from the king of a powerful organization of sorcerers. I don't know what I'm getting myself into. Like I said, that synopsis sounds pretty sweet. The next one is called The Accidental Getaway Driver. This is in the U.S. dramatic competition. During a routine pickup, an elder Vietnamese cab driver is taken hostage at gunpoint by 3 recently escaped Orange County convicts, based on a true story. When it's based on a true story, something like this, the cat and mouse, like, oh shit, what's going to happen? Sign me up. Another one where if I have time, it's going to be the 8 Mountains, the Spotlight one. Petro spends his childhood summers in the same secluded Italian mountain village where Bruno was raised, in which they form a decades-long friendship. Over the years, their paths diverge as Bruno remains faithful to the mountains, where Petro comes and goes from the city. I don't know. It sounds like it's going to be a gorgeous-looking film in the Italian landscape. Why not try it out? This is the one documentary I actually bought, and it's in the World Cinema Documentary Competition. The Longest Goodbye. Social isolation affects millions of people, even Mars-bound astronauts. A savvy NASA psychiatrist is tasked with protecting those daring explorers. Like, that just sounds incredible. Like, that synopsis is like, sign me up. That is the documentary of the year that I want to watch. And the last one I actually bought tickets for is Young, Wild, Free. High school senior Brandon is drowning in responsibilities when his world is turned upside down after being robbed at gunpoint by a girl of his dreams. Like, that just sounds balls to the wall ridiculous, and I'm in for it. That is in the next category. And when looking at this, there's other documentaries where it's like Victim Suspect, maybe Theater Camp, maybe When It Melts, maybe You Hurt My Feelings, but I think When You Hurt My Feelings is actually not online. But those are the roughly 22, 25 movies which I would like to watch and what I am watching. Are you going to Sundance? What are you watching? Chase out with the Blue Futon. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think is Futontopia. You're Blue Futon. Thank you for watching. Have a fantastic day. Peace and love to every single one of you. Seriously, what are you going to watch? Are you watching any of these movies? Join the fun.